This episode of Coach and Crawl is brought to you by Serpro of Conway and Faulkner counties, like it never even happened, and by the Greenbrier Football Letterman's Club. Big win Friday night over at Vilonia, and Greenbrier keeps the Judges Cup for 3 years in a row now. And to me, just being out on the field, you could just see how much that game meant to those boys.
Right. It was really fun to see everybody so happy afterwards. But our kids really worked hard and prepared really good, and that's always a key. You know, what happens on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is really what determines whether you can play good enough to win. But I thought our kids played real hard. Now it wasn't clean at all. It wasn't clean, but it was better than. In some ways, it was better than the first week. I thought we played really hard. Our defense did a great job. The first half, shut them out. We had a bad third quarter from all perspectives, and our defense got 5 turnovers. And we kept thinking we're going to score off of this one and win this thing, and we wouldn't. And they get another one. I would think we're going to score off this one, and then thank goodness we kept getting them, and we finally made the play to win it. We had a record number of penalties. Again, it was 14 penalties against us and 2 against.
I didn't know that.
Vilonia. So. I won't say anything else about that. But we got to clean it up and not give them anything to call. But I thought our kids played really hard and competed, hard, and I think that's just the way these kids are. And they've been playing Vilonia. I know that helps some, but I think they'll continue to do that. And we made enough plays. I thought we got better. Some areas maybe. Well, not as much as we wanted to, but I did think we got better.
Well, and that leads into my next question, because last week you touched on you're wanting to run the ball a little bit better. Were you pleased with that and how they did against?
We did better, but it's still got to get better. We rushed for a little over 100 yards. I really liked at the end of the game after we scored. We were able to go run the ball and run the clock out. That's real important to be able to do that. The last I forgot exactly how much was on the clock, but I think it was close to 4 minutes, 3.5, 4 minutes, and we were able to stop them, and then we used up the rest of the clock, and that was a really good feeling to be able to do that and them not get another chance at the ball. We rushed for a little over 100. We had a 50-something yard touchdown called back, a rushing touchdown. And so our string game, which is kind of an extension of your running game, but it gets put in the passing stats. We had 2 touchdowns off of that. Of course, we're throwing it to the fastest guy in Arkansas. And so that kind of helps.
Yeah.
It kind of helps that. But our kids did a really good job of blocking on the perimeter for that to work. And I was really proud of the blocking on the perimeter, even though we got a couple penalties called on that. So, we hit some real crucial passes. The first drive we had the ball, I thought that was a beautiful drive.
Yes.
We hit some real important passes. They were overplaying Carter's side, and we kind of thought that would be the case. And on some things that we have going on both sides of the field, Kane knew, okay, they're doubling over there on Carter's sides. So look the other side, and boom, hit 18-yard completion, a couple of times away from that, and so. There were some really good things, but then there wasn't the consistency.
Right.
We got penalties, but I want to do that and say, hey, the first 6 times we got the ball, we scored touchdowns. And we got one, and then about, I think, the 4th series we scored again on a big play, and then it was a long time before we scored again. So we want to be that consistent football team,
right?
And we're working toward that. We'll get better.
So this Friday night, I guess it'll be Greenbrier first 6A conference game ever, moving up into 6A, and Siloam Springs is coming to Greenbrier. So kind of tell me a little bit what you know or have seen on film about Siloam this year.
Well, Siloam, has got a good, solid football team, good-looking kids. I don't think they have great. They don't have a game breaker. They don't have a guy that's just really, really fast. I think their quarterback is a really solid player and a real good runner. They do some real good things scheme-wise with him. Some we coaches call it power read stuff, where if you go chase that running back, that quarterback's going to be running straight downhill, and he's a good runner. They've got a good couple of good solid running backs. One of them's got a little speed. The other one's more of a tough guy, kind of a Parker Roberts kind of looking running back. They're real sound defensively. They play when you first look at them, you think, well, they're just real base vanilla 3-4 cover 4. But as the games go, they'll get a little more aggressive and blitz some. But I think they're a solid football team. But I think that they're definitely a team that if we improve, we limit the drive killers, that we got a real good chance to get a win in our first 6A game.
That would be awesome, Coach. Yeah. That would be awesome. Well, hey, good luck to you Friday night. Really look forward to seeing it and get that first conference win.
I appreciate it.
This episode of Coach and Carl was brought to you by Servpro of Conway and Faulkner counties, like it never even happened, and by the Greenbrier Football Letterman's Club.